market. I hear there's a rumor that they have a wargaming club meeting every Thursday. And since I'm off work, don't have to work tomorrow, we're going to check it all out. We'll let you know if the rumors are true. Alright then, well, it has been maybe over 6 months since I've been to my local mini market. But maybe, I don't think a year, but it's been a while, over 6 months. But it is permanently closed. And the closest one is 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away at least. And I am not going all the way out to Cave Springs Road, so yeah, that sucks. Guess there ain't no war games going on there. I wonder what happened to it. It was always busy. That was a good store. Man, taking a hit with my local mini market is permanently closed. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, it'll be the next day. And, boy, so much for that idea. I'm telling you, I am the kiss of death. I went down to a local Dairy Queen store about a month or so ago. I went in there and talked to they had some teenagers in there, but I was just telling the teenagers, boy, this Dairy Queen's been here since I've been living out here, since the 70s. This place is a historical site. It's an institution. Well, no more than I leave there. I think about a couple days later, my girlfriend said she's seen on the local news or Facebook, whatever, that the place was shutting down. It was gone. So at least I got to get in there a few days before my legendary Dairy Queen shut. But yeah, here I went to Mini Market last night, and that place is closed. Permanently closed, it said. So I don't know what happened there. That was a good Mini Market store. And my old boys, Grant and Alexander, I think they stopped at that store on their way. When they came, they have somebody they play games with here in the St. Louis area. And they're always talking about how they would have to stop at that Mini Market every time. And it was a good Mini Market. I have no idea what happened. But like I said, the closest one now is almost about an hour away from my house. So we might have to make a day's trip and venture out there one of these days. But I wasn't going out there last night. So much for that. But we are here messing with one of our folio games. And I think I want to invest in some of these. I might have to buy a few of these. These are low impact little games here. I got this little table here, and I'm able to set it on up. I haven't played it yet because we are still getting familiar with the rules. Now, I've played this years back or whenever when I got it, and it's a little bit more complicated than you would think on just a folio game. It's got the little mini cards here, but they're all nice. They're really nice. Everything out here is really nice. So we're getting it all set up. Gonna have us a nice little mini game. Something different, but we'll be back with some more War for America, because that is the main game we are playing. Unlike us, or unlike Grant and Alexander, we don't have no gaming friends. Everybody I know gets into anything but gaming, so I don't know where you find those people at. I think it might be educational. If you went to college, you have a lot of people like that. I'm more of a working class type person. My guys my buddies all get into cars and hunting and fishing, not much on the gaming, but we'll be back with another good day of gaming, my gaming season. Alright, we're back to the frightful weather pattern. Luckily I got my garden turning it over. Need to get that shoveling from the snow, but it's getting ready to give us about 3 to 5 inches. And what a shame. That means outside projects are done. Yeah, what a shame. I gotta stay inside and play war games. We'll be back. Old Grant and Alexander off to Dayton, Ohio. I think it was their destination. I've been checking out the wargaming convention schedule, and so far in February, the closest one I think is in Virginia. That's a nice drive for me, at least a day or so. But and I wouldn't mind it, it just depends. Don't tempt me, because sometimes I just get up and do things like I did last night. I told the beautiful girlfriend that I was gonna go check out that wargaming club, and then I got all comfortable. I was sitting inside. I'm like, I ain't missing nothing there. I got everything I need here. But then I thought, get off your ass and do something. So I went up there to go check out the wargaming club, and the Wargaming store is permanently closed, so I'm batting 1,000. But we're hunkered down today, and we're ready to play some of this War for America. We got counters to make. We got computer games to play. We got Viking games to play. Oh man, never. I don't know. Some people, they say they retirement and they can't find nothing to do. I'm ready for that. All right, let's see here. We are on. First, I want to make note of 40 colonial strength point max count in the colonies for the colonials. We want to make sure we haven't reached that yet. Another aspect of these magazines is putting them in good spots where you can store units. If they come in effect during the winter time for winter quartering, so that's another thing to think about when you're deploying those. In this phase we're on now, we did our militia maximums earlier. I adjusted the old British sea transport capability to 10. Then I thought, well, you know, there's probably a chart on that. I forgot to check the chart, but we're good. 1777 is 10. So now I got a little homemade counter there, because whenever you do that, you need to they have to +1 in their movement for embarking. So it costs them a little bit extra. That's kind of hard to remember. So we got a little reminder there. That is it. We're going to finish up with our house cleaning here in the spring, thinking about the winter quartering aspect of the magazine. So we might deploy 1 or 2 of them more for each side. But other than that, that is it. When we come back, we're ready to start rolling for initiative, carrying on with this good game. We got time today. We're gonna have us a little mini convention weekend coming on up here. Oh, we're having a great time. We're back. So the winter quartering aspect begs the question of, again, do you want to put a magazine? It might have been when we had magazines in key spaces, so maybe it gives those key spaces more of a capacity. We are going to check out winter quartering and what magazines, and we've probably done this before. We're just gonna do it again. Like I said, we will be right back to see if we what the deal is with winter quartering magazines and key spaces, mostly pertaining to the colonials. We're right back. All right, questions are answered right here. Controlled key space, you're allowed 20, so if you want to boost it up, you can put a magazine on there and boost it up to 25. Coastal space, controlled key space, non-coastal. Oh, okay. So it may be advantageous. A circle space is only 5, so that's good. So you want a magazine there. But if it's a non-coastal key space, you're only allowed 10. We can go over those limits pretty quick, so there you go. There you go. I'm trying to think how this pertains to the British. Same thing. It doesn't say either. It doesn't restrict. So circle space is 5 strength points. This is, again, for winter quartering. There you go. Winter will be coming up here, and it'll start taking effect this year. This is 1777. We got a mulligan for 75 through 77. I think 78 is when it starts up, and you still got a lot of years. I think the 81 in this game. So something to be aware of. Right now in the spring. I guess that's when you place them. So I was going to say we don't have to worry about it this turn, but I think right now is when you place them. We'll check it out. We'll see if we want to boost any spots. Winter quartering capability for the upcoming winter. Also realizing that you don't want to put them in a spot that the enemy's going to get to lose. I mean, it's not like you lose anything. You get them back, but you know, you don't lose no strength points. But other than that, we'll be right back with some more magazine placement. Then we'll start rolling for initiatives. We'll be back. All right. Something I just noticed is that there is no fortresses on this for winter quartering. Coastal space, control space, magazine. You look underneath fortresses. We'll be right back. Can't find out much about it, but it does say, inherently have a built-in magazine. So we'll go back here to our winter quartering aspects, and I guess it has a capacity of 5 strength points. That is it for a fortress. don't really make sense, but and well, unless it's a key space. Control key space, non-coastal is 10. Let's look up here. This fortress. Yeah, it's a key space. 10 plus 5. So it would be advantageous to put a magazine in a fortress. Okay, I'm with you. We will do that. Especially up here in Ticonderoga. We'll put a magazine in there to increase its capacity during the winter. All right, we also have a magazine built here for the Army of the North. They're getting ready to get cut off. And the supply sources for the Colonials is, I should know this right off the bat, but I don't. Oh, come on. Pause feature. Control key space for Colonials. Our magazine. So there's none of those around there. Port don't help them out. So there you go. That's why we put a magazine in there, because the Army of the North was looking at the big old LOC cutoff marker. He's got to be 6 movement points away from, and I don't see anything. So there you go. We have built a magazine here in Brunswick for the Army of the North. Putting another one here in Worcester. A key space to increase its capability during winter. And we're going to put one in Ticonderoga to increase its capability. And we'll probably put one in the fortress of Quebec. Another magazine. Getting ready for the winter quartering coming up. Our first winter quartering of the game. Coming up this winter, 1777. So this is all in anticipation. So when we do hit that part of the game, coming up here in about 3 or 4 action cycles, we ain't caught with our pants down. All right, another key aspect too is, aspect is my favorite word of the hour, these blue markers. Those are inherently colonial. If a British player wants to trace lines of communication, he's got to garrison it. Likewise, these are all inherently British, so we got to keep that in mind. These ports aren't really British automatically, unless they're garrisons. So there you go. And we do have units here to kind of keep it garrisoned a little bit. But all right, I think that's it. Let me look and see if we want to place any more magazines. We'll be back with the first 1777 initiative die roll. All right, we're going to count again, but right now I'm coming up with 42 colonial regular strength points. That's 2 over the limits. We're going to have to eliminate 2 of them. We'll probably eliminate them down here in Richmond, but yeah, we're getting a little bit too rich for our own good. I'm going to have to look around here and see where I've seen that at again. But yeah, it should be pretty much in the beginning of the game. Let's find out where that's at again. We're at 42. We'll make another count, but the initial count is 42. And you know how that goes. I'll come up with 4 different numbers. So number 1, we want to make sure it's not regular and militia, because if that's the case, I was not even counting militia. We're way over the limit. So we'll be back with that information for y'all. All right, well, it says here, raising units. The limitations on the number of continental and militia strength points that can be raised during each county, raised for each colony, are listed in the War for America tables. Raising units, factions are rounded up. That's fine. That includes right there in that little paragraph the words militia and regular continental strength points. But here it says continental units, nothing to do with militia. After 1775, the colonial American player raises continental strength points every spring turn in the reinforcement phase. Rolling blah 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 blah. Fine, we're good with that paragraph. At no time can a number of continental strength points on the board exceed 40. If it does, then additional strength points cannot be placed on the board. So yeah, we'll have to take off 2. We'll take them off here in Richmond. I'm going to count them again, and if that's the case, we'll take a couple of them off. Remember the 40 colonial strength point maximum count after 1775. Be right back. All right, well, the colonial player was quite the cheetah. We had to remove 5 strength points. We had 45 on the board. Wow. Didn't want to take them off of reinforcements, so we took them out of Fort Pitt and a couple of our little coastal spots we put them into. So here are the 5 reduced. We've done counting. Had to count about 5 or 6 times. Finally came up with a number 45, 2 or 3. And it was twice on our last 2 counts. So we're pretty sure we had 45 on the board. We just eliminated 5. We should be good to go. So we need to keep a little paper on that too here. Let me write that down. Ooh. Cologne. ILSP. STRENGTH. Point. COUNT. And right now it is at 40. So they can get no more. We have to remember that through combats and everything, that their number is 40 when you adjust it. So they can't have no more than that on the board. Everything here is good. Everything around here is good. We're set to go. We rescued the Army of the North by building a magazine. Now it doesn't say, we'll look at this again. I was wondering, do you have to have a strength point in the area with the magazine? Is it required to have a strength point there, or does it just have to be one of your areas? I'm going to have to turn this one around. We'll be back. Okay, first initiative die roll, 1777. We have got some stuff going on this board. This is going to be great to get back to this game. Ooh. Well, the Colonials snatched the initiative on this new year from the British. They'll be going on their first action pulse. There you go. Find out what the Colonials want to do. We got cards, all kinds of stuff. We have an army that's isolated, the old Army of the North. So we'll be back with the moves for the Colonials. All right, Skylar, you have to eke it out a little bit longer, buddy. We did give you a magazine, so you're good to go on line of communications. Rolling for wards. Activation 4 or less for his full movement allowance. He gets it. He'll be on the river. He'll be river bound. We can get some spots, and we definitely get our big bang for our buck on this first movement. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll get us to Washington and Albany. All right, let's check this out now. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strength points with him. He can carry 10. So go 1, 2 to Unadilla. Pick up 4. That'll make his maximum of 10. And we'll give him some change here, leaving the militia to occupy the space with our magazine. But we gotta count down some of these. We gotta get some change. I believe these are 10. We'll get back. All right, replacing the 10 with 10. There you go. He'll be up there with Washington, bringing some troops on in. Much needed troops. So make sure we did that right. We're on the river. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gets them all the way up there. Check this space on out in Albany. We'll be right back. All right, then. Washington reinforced. He's, I think 3 or 4. Let me see, 12, 13. 3 strength points away from his maximum of 20. Those militia have restrictions on them, though, so they might not be able to be moved around so much. Also, I was just looking at this. We need to get some cards. What am I hanging on to these for? So what we're going to do is during our turn here, we're going to play this card. The British political will marker is moved 1 to the left, putting that in the discard pile. Moving the British political marker from 4 to 3. All right. Now we don't get to draw any cards now, but we'll get our hand ready for some good tactical battle cards. These cards here, I don't know why I'm saving them. I guess I was saving them for if we got close to capturing Montreal or Quebec. This would have been the coup de grace, but we need some better cards. So we're also going to play the Declaration of Independence card. Colonial player moves his political VIP marker 2 to the right. So there you go. We'll play that card there. 2 to the right for us. Goes from 10, 11 to 12 putting a bigger distance on us here. So our Declaration of Independence was a little bit late. Sorry. Now, with this card, the British must move at least one force and attempt to have battle with a colonial force in this action phase. Action pulse. Failure to do so causes the British political will marker to move one to the left. So there you go. I don't know if I want to play this yet. Yeah, we'll hold off on this. But those are the two cards we're going to play. We've got one card in our hand, and hopefully we'll get a tie on the activation die roll, and we'll be able to replenish it with some good battle cards. So there you go. We're not done with the colonial turn yet. We'll gather these on up, see what else we want to do. But I think that's going to be it with Washington and all of his forces here at Albany. Be back. Well, here in Albany, we have formed Washington's army. Now, he is limited only to 13 colonies, which means he will not be able to go up here into this orange space, but anywhere around. I don't even know if he can go here. I think these are 13 colonies down here. This isn't a colony yet. But we got old Schuyler with the Army of the North. He can take care of that area up there, that theater of operations. All right, let's see here. He's in Albany. He is just formed. There we are on our big map. We got to watch out for those militia, though, for militia maximums when we move him around. I think that might be it for the colonial turn. Nice turn. A lot of things going on. We got a bunch of big armies roaming around, so pretty soon they're going to have to meet. But the key strategy is when you do engage these armies, you want to, number one, outnumber them toward they want to retreat. If not, you want to have a good battle to where you're going to have good odds, 2-to-1 at least, with great modifiers. But most importantly in this game, no place to retreat to. So that's what we're trying to do on both sides as we maneuver for battles. We're back. All right, well, we're not playing Washington's War. I'm getting that name mixed up with the game we are currently enjoying, and that is War for America. And we're ready to have the British Impulse. So let's go on up here, catch them up with the rebels on the Impulse turn. And let's see what kind of action pulse they're wanting to take. Oh, we left off. We just got done forming Washington's army. There you go. He can only operate in 13 colonies. We got to watch militia limits per region, all that good stuff. Let's see what the colonials want to do in response. We look over the map, have a great time playing some more games. We'll be right back. Okay, well, we got a bunch of videos backed up, so we need to upload. We're going to get this done quick and call this a video. You'll have about 2 or 3 days worth combined. What we're going to do with the British is activate. Who do I want to activate? Oh, we're going to try to activate Clinton. Well, he'll make it at 5 or less. Oh, we don't have our dice tower here. We'll be right back. All right, got our dice tower back from our bucket o' die. All excited about our new features and combat we're working out on War for Our Leah's Trapped game. Check that video out. It's coming up next. All right, so we'll roll. It's a 1. All right. So Clinton, he can move anywhere he wants. It's Carleton. It's the governor of Canada. Can only stay in Canada. So we'll move Clinton with 1, 2, 3, 4. That's, he can only operate with 10. So it's 3, 7, 8. We better leave 2 of them back there. You think? Yeah, just in case somebody gets froggy. Well, I think we got it pretty well covered. We'll take 1 more. All right, he can move his full complement, but unfortunately, rough terrain everywhere for him. No quick way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Puts him in Fort Halifax, and that's all the further he can go. So there you go. He's moved out of St. Francis. 2 on the trail to Northumberland. Another 2 on the trail to Fort Halifax. There you go. Let's see if we got any cards here we would like to play for the British player. He's going to help us out. Oh, extended March card. We do have one of those. And we have a freaking general. Oh, let's see here. Extended March card will definitely come into play. We will play the extended March card and gain us 2 movement points. So he will drop off. Oh, just 1 unit, I think, is all we need to drop off. And we'll move 2 movement points, another trail to Penobscot. There you go. See what we're doing there. We moved out of here, on through, dropped off 1 for preventing him from having any retreat for the coming trap. We'll see what's up. It's how you got to do it in this game. We can only move 1. That was his action pulse. Oh, let me see as far as adding that leader. Why not? We do it with the U.S. We're going to play this card and add James Graves Simcoe. John Graves Simcoe. Add the tactical commander to any friendly force. It says friendly force, but I think they can only go to an army. Any friendly force. Alright, we'll be right back. Alright, so we will definitely add him. Oh, he's already got one in there. I'm sorry, we won't add Simcoe then. You can only add 1 leader. And then we're interpreting it as adding Ferguson. We're not sure if you can only have 2 of these, or 1 of these 2 leaders adding their tactical advice to Hal, or just 1. But we're now on this one here. You could have Skylar, then whoever, only 1 of these 3. You can't. No, wait. You can have 2 now. You can have Skylar, in our interpretation of it, Green or Lincoln, not both, and then Dearborn always adds as 1. And this one you can have Hal or Diesels and add 1. So there you go. Old Washington could use 1. He could use a little tactical general. If we're interpreting it right, it might be interpreted as just 2 only. So there you go. Well, we'll put the card back because we got enough. It says any force though. Let's add him to Frazier's force. So he will go into stack with Frazier. We'll go ahead and keep him. He'll go with Frazier's force and add 1. He's not an army yet, but there you go. We'll do that. All right, we'll place him there. Everybody's got cards ready to go. British players down to 1 card. All right, that's it. We're gonna call it a video. Make sure that's it for what we want to do. We do want to move this fleet. So let's move this fleet for its movement. Rolling 1 die. Gets a 3. So he'll go, I guess it's free to go out into this spot here. Or no, we'll take off into this New England blockade zone. And then move from the blockade zone into Penobscot. Yeah, we'll move into Penobscot for right now. Remember, he's got to get back to Halifax for winter. All right, that'll be a video. It's getting long. Check out my new videos on game development. We got a lot of things going on there. And having a great time here with War for America, among other things. We're going to upload this and we're going to get back to playing this game. Having a great time in the war room section of the man cave. Oh, during my gaming season. I'll be back.